I'm pretty sure he called me a white supremacist.
He's called me Tug Sex Butt, which is very mean.
Actually, to his credit, that's actually pretty funny.
Last week, you will recall, with far more important stories in our sites, the suspension, important word there, suspension of Jimmy Kimmel, an unfunny late-night comedy host, became a cause among Democrats. Republicans are embracing cancel culture, the First Amendment, all this stuff. I have a few thoughts on this because, first of all, the latest reporting is that Disney is considering bringing him back. So this would be a that's why the suspension versus cancellation is a very interesting part of the conversation. I would also add that, Clay, the whole, oh my gosh, the FCC, all that stuff that we were hearing last week. Well, if they're just going to bring him back, what does that mean about all that FCC talk? It means that it was Disney's decision in the first place, Disney's decision in the last place. It is a private company that is making this choice. Now, I wonder what they're going to do here. And Clay, you understand that, and I want you to lay this out for everybody because I don't follow the machinations of the corporate suite of media as closely as you do, right? Then the mergers and acquisitions and all that stuff. Who owns who? I have to remind myself who owns NBC again and who bought Paramount and where's Viacom and all this and Discovery Channel is what, and these things are always in flux. You have a very good handle on that. You follow that stuff pretty closely. Before we get into that, I would just point out, though, the oh my gosh, Jimmy Kimmel has been canceled. We should all be so upset about this. And of course, Stephen Colbert and others were jumping on this bandwagon. The guy from Ozark, I saw him saying something about it. What's his name? Bateman, right? The actor.
Jason Bateman.
I think he's a very good actor. So it's always kind of a bummer when you see somebody, you're like, can't you just be the good actor and not say the dumb things? But he spoke out on this. Look, people are allowed to speak out on it. I'm just allowed to say I don't care, and their opinions are irrelevant. But Douglas Mackey, I'm not sure who this fellow is. You see this? He put out on Twitter, this went very viral, Clay. I'm sorry, I must have missed it. I haven't caught up on the latest news. Did PayPal cancel Jimmy Kimmel's personal account? Did Chase and Bank of America shut down his account? Did Twitter ban him? Did Facebook suspend him? Did Stripe shut him down? Did the FBI open up an investigation into him? Did protesters force him to evacuate his studio? Did they chase him to his house and force him to evacuate that too? Is there an entire ideology centered around the idea that Jimmy Kimmel can't be allowed to speak anymore? Et cetera, et cetera. He went into all of this. And I just say, yeah, their version of cancellation versus the so-called right-wing version of cancellation are also very different things. But you tell me there's more going on here even than just, is Jimmy Kimmel an unfunny jerk?
Yeah. My basic takeaway here is unless you advocated for Roseanne Barr and unless you advocated for Gina Carano, and I'm specifically referencing Disney corporate decisions based on speech, then I don't want to hear a word from you about Jimmy Kimmel. Now, I advocated aggressively for Roseanne Barr. I don't think anybody should be canceled for a tweet. I really don't in the creative space because I think it blows up eventually on all of us. I even defended a guy that I think is a total moron, Keith Olbermann, that has said all sorts of crazy things, in my opinion, about Charlie Kirk. And I defend this company, iHeart, which says, hey, we want to put out every single type of audio known to man, just like in music. I mean, leave aside political opinions. Some of you may really care a ton about rap music. Others of you hate it. Some of you love country music. Some of you love classical music. iHeart provides it all, right? We should, I think, the company, give everybody every option out there, a big buffet of audio choices, and you should be able to dive into it, even if I think people like Keith Olbermann are moronic. And I think on his podcast, I'm pretty sure he called me a white supremacist. You can say a lot,
sure
and I think he's ripped you.
He's called me Tug Sex Butt, which is very mean.
Actually, to his credit, that's actually pretty funny. But my point on it is, even inside of the same company, there are people that are taking shots at us, and I'm totally fine with it because there may be, some of you may find this shocking, there may be people who don't like Buck or me, even though I think they have awful taste.
Very
But
sad.
it's very sad. And my mom and Buck's mom, they don't understand how you could ever have that opinion. But I think what's being actually at play here, Buck, that nobody's talking about, there's multiple different media angles. First of all, Disney is trying to buy the NFL Network. In order to buy the NFL Network, they're going to have to get Trump approval. I think Bob Iger saw an opportunity to just curry favor with the Trump administration by benching Jimmy Kimmel, potentially kicking him to the curb. I don't think it was about Kimmel at all. I think it's about the NFL. Other part, Nexstar and Sinclair are two major affiliate groups of ABC. A lot of people think, oh, if I watch ABC, that's owned. Most of us actually watch on an affiliate station. My, for instance, ABC affiliate in Nashville is owned by Nexstar. I think those guys are also trying to curry favor over some of the decisions that are going to be made by the Trump administration over the next few years. And they see it as an opportunity to curry favor by kneecapping Jimmy Kimmel as well. So while everybody's focused on Jimmy Kimmel and what he said, which was wrong, and which I think that he should have to apologize for the way that it was conveyed, because it wasn't a joke. It was the background of a joke. But I think this is the bigger story that's going on is there is a desperate desire for the Disney Corporation to buy the NFL Network. They want to get Trump approval. And then I think also the affiliates are seeking Trump approval as well. And Jimmy Kimmel in that way is just kind of a random anti-Trump zealot that they're not committed to because they're making no money on.
Okay, but final answer here. Are they bringing Jimmy Kimmel back? This is a big decision. I think they will.
I think they will.
I think they will as well. All right, look, a home burglary happens every 30 seconds on average. It's a reminder you should always be prepared to protect yourself and your family. The best self-protection products come from Sabre. It's a company we trust to provide our families with the best non-lethal self-protection tools. I've got them at home, so does Clay. And their pepper gel projectile launcher, shaped like a pistol or a rifle, depending on the model, it fires off a pepper gel projectile that is really accurate and really does work to stop the threat. There's a great bundle you can get right now when you go to saberradio.com that'll get you started with the best non-lethal defense you can have for your home, for your family. Go to Sabre Radio, S-A-B-R-E, saberradio.com. You'll save 15% there, saberradio.com. Or if you want to call a number, here it is, 844-824-SAFE, 844-824-SAFE.
The best antidote to wokeness?
The Clay and Buck Show. Like, subscribe, and share.